Tak vedle mě je právě Mike Rohde, který tady měl před chvílí přednášku na téma sketchnoting a já se zeptám na pár otázek, aby nám to všechno vysvětlil. Mike, welcome to Prague.
Thank you.
Pleasure to see you.
It's wonderful to be here.
I'm a first timer. I've never used sketchnote in my life. Can you explain it to me just briefly? What's it? What's it about? All the buzz.
So sketchnoting is basically this idea: you take the notes that you have now and you add visuals to them. So you're drawing icons and doing lettering and you're doing some additional details in visual form to help you remember and draw meaning from the notes that you take. You also are focusing more on the ideas, the big ideas that you are hearing or thinking, and capturing those on the page. Instead of feeling like you have to capture everything being said, you analyze in the moment and you capture the things that are most meaningful to you that you can act upon in your life.
And what's the difference for you to use sketchnotes for electronic, I mean like in digital version, not only on paper and in your notebooks?
Well, the advantage of digital is, of course, it's already in the computer or the iPad or the iPhone, so it's easy to move it around. And then there's lots of tools now that are coming in the analog world to make it more equal with the digital world. I was just looking at the Rohdem notebooks, right? The white lines notebooks, where you draw with ink and normally, and then you use an app to scan it and it puts it in Dropbox or Evernote or wherever you like. So there's some interesting tools that are making the technology part easier. But the other advantage of using like an iPad tool is the ability to erase or fix things if you like, or if you want to bring in images later, you can do that too. So there's benefits to each one. They each have a benefit depending on what you want to do.
Okay, and so where did you get this idea actually? Is it like some personal story behind it, or is it like much more like scientific approach from your side?
It was more of a personal story. I used to take notes where I took detailed notes of everything that I heard. But then I never wanted to go back into the notes and see what was the meaning, right? So the idea was, what if I think about the meaning during the talking while I'm doing the drawing? If I only capture the things that are meaningful to me or something I can take action on, then I focus on that and I listen for those ideas and I let the other things go away. So instead of capturing everything, I capture only the things that are meaningful. And that was solved a problem for me because I made these big books full of notes and I never looked at them. So the value that I wanted got lost.
Okay, so tell me now, what application you are using for your notes?
There's a couple of apps that I like for the notes. Of course, Evernote, if I'm doing writing, I'll take pictures in Evernote. And that also uses Dropbox, so I'll store them on Dropbox. Then I get to it on any device that I want, my Mac or my iPhone or my iPad. For drawing apps, I really like Penultimate is one. Another is an app called Sketches from Japan. Another is, of course, 53's Paper. It's a really great tool. I have the pencil, so when you synchronize with Bluetooth, it provides all the tools and a little bit of pressure sensitivity, which is very nice for drawing with. And there's more and more styluses and apps coming out, so every time I think I know every app there is, then there's 5 more.
Great, thank you. I'm just thinking a bit different question now. Your first time with Apple product?
Quite a long time ago, so I am an old Apple user. Back from the 1980s when I was a designer. So I think the first Apple product I used was a classic Mac with the small screen. And the first Mac that I bought was a PowerBook Duo, which is an old multi-use laptop that you could plug into like a station, or you could add smaller docks that you could use to plug other devices in. And I really love this portability and adaptability, and I'm seeing more of that coming now with laptops today, like the new Apple 12-inch Retina MacBook, which is very attractive because it's so simple and light.
So is it like, because there's a lot of buzz going on around when Steve Jobs quit, actually, the company, the direction where the company is going, is it okay for you as, long-term user?
I think so, yeah. I think the quality has been maintained. I like the direction. I like that they're becoming more open with the world. And it's interesting, the watch, I'm not sure. Maybe for me, I haven't decided if it's something for me, but I'm very interested in it as a tool and what kind of things can be done with a watch that maybe couldn't be done with a phone or a tablet. I love my iPad and my iPhone and my Mac. I use them every day, so I'm excited that they're pushing the boundary, even if maybe it's not exactly for me, or maybe I just don't know it's for me. So I like this idea that they're not waiting and staying conservative, but they're being aggressive and trying new things and exploring.
That's great. And my final question is, you and iCON and you and Prague in general?
Yeah. I love this conference because it's so open. I walked around today in the festival area, and it was really fascinating. Some of the things I've seen. We don't have some of these even in the U.S. It's unique to Europe, which I really like seeing this difference. And of course, all the people that I've worked with and all the people I've met in Prague have been just wonderful. My wife and I have had a great time yesterday, and we love the city. We want to come back.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.